Breaker 19, this here's Little Suds. You got a copy on me? What's your 20, big buddy? Oh yeah, 10-4. It's clean, clear down the line. You want to ride it on through? Over.
Oh, that's like...
Yeah, that's a big 10-4 there, big buddy. We definitely got the front door. Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
Shopping, isn't it wonderful? But you ever wonder where all this stuff came from? Basically, everything you own, everything around you came on a truck. Even the stuff that this building is made out of came on a truck. In fact, even the parts trucks are made of came on a truck.
90% of all consumer products and the food we eat are shipped on a truck at some point in the distribution chain. Because even with trains and planes, the freight still needs to get to the front door. And that's done best with a big old truck. And the big old trucks I'm talking about are these 18-wheelers, otherwise known as tractor trailers, semis, or big rigs. All tractors pretty much have 3 axles. The front steer axle has 2 wheels and the rear drive axles have a pair of double wheels, so that makes 10. Then the trailer has 2 axles at the rear, each with a pair of double wheels, so if you do the math, you've got 18 wheels. Then there's the 5th wheel, which isn't a wheel at all. It's a horseshoe-shaped device on the back of the tractor that the cargo trailer hooks onto. Driving one of these rigs around with a trailer on the back is a huge responsibility. And it's not just a job. White line fever is a way of life.
I started driving trucks when I was 18 years old, and I just loved spending time in the truck, and eventually that's what happened to my life. I think I'm going to pull into Angie's for the night, and we'll maybe catch it tomorrow when we're 10-4. I don't have somebody looking over my shoulder all the time, telling me how to do things. I think the biggest thing is hard on the family. The driving on the highway is a very big part of my divorce. Not being there when I was needed, it's just hard. You don't get to see your children's first step. You don't get to hear the first word. When my son was born, I can remember being in the delivery room, and I told him right there and then, I'm holding on to him, and I said, "You're never going to be a damn truck driver." And so far, he's kept my word. Truck driver's life is something I've always loved to hate. If I thought it would save my marriage and stay with my family, I may have, I may go back and do something else, but the lure of the highway is just way too strong, I guess.
On the bright side, there are trucking companies like Peter Hodge Transport that know how to treat their people right.
Morning, guys. Everybody here puts a lot of effort into their job. It's not a 9-to-5 job. All our dispatchers are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a dedication that you don't find in most businesses.
Okay, give me a call from the truck stop. A couple of phone calls just come in. I gotta change something. Thanks, Bill. Bye.
You can have the best equipment, the best customers, the best office staff, the best mechanics in the whole world, but if you don't have the best drivers, you have nothing. We have hamburger day or hot dog day on Wednesdays, and any driver that's in the yard or passing through comes in here, and the guys can stand around, have a hot dog, and talk with the dispatchers and the mechanics. Makes them feel like it's a little bit of a family thing, maybe.
All families start with the mother, and the 18-wheeler is one big mother of a truck. It's the evolution of the engine that sets it apart. Until recently, standard engine size was 10 to 12 liters and they were totally mechanical, which means that when you pressed on your accelerator pedal, you were literally pushing a rod into the engine to change your speed.
Standard engines now typically are 14, 15, 16-liter engines, 575 horsepower. When you're pressing on the accelerator pedal, it's nothing more than an electronic sensor sending a signal to a computer on the engine, and that is the electronic brain of the engine. When you combine the engine, the clutch, and the transmission, and the radiator, it's approximately 8,000 pounds. It's pretty big.
As for the other half, trailers come in all different shapes and sizes. We've got cargo vans, tankers, flatbeds, dumpers, roll tarps, container lifts, and reefers. That's short for refrigerator, buddy, not the other kind of reefer.
This here is a cargo trailer. Cargo trailer is 4 meters high and 16 meters long from the back of the trailer to the front.
Once full, a tractor and trailer together can weigh up to 63,000 kilograms. Any more, and you're gonna have to explain it to Smokey.
At these facilities, it provides us an opportunity to get very close to the vehicles. Allows us to look at the mechanical components of the vehicle. Anything that's wrong with that vehicle in terms of safety on the highway. If there's anything that we see that needs further inspection, the facility allows us to bring it around the back for a closer inspection.
Okay, thank you.
When overweight infractions are detected, there could be charges laid. As well, the load may be required to be redistributed or removed from the vehicle before it's allowed to continue down the highway. There is the authority figure aspect. Obviously, we're in uniform, and there's a certain level of animosity from the drivers that comes from that perspective. Just pulling into the facility, when they see the lights flashing on the highway, for example, that's enough just to get their stress level up.
Officers might be able to tell drivers how much they can put in their trailer, but they can't tell them how much they can put in their face.
My handle is Tin Man, and the reasoning behind that is people say who has more chrome, Luke or the truck. It's been 5 years living out of a truck now because I don't have a house, a wife, kids, a dog, or any of that crap. It's great because I'm debt-free. Take my days off wherever. I can take my days off in Florida or LA or Vegas. So it has its advantage of living out of a truck. I got a 14-inch flat screen. I got a DVD, VCR, microwave. I got a George Foreman grill. All the extra stuff on the truck, I probably spent about 15 grand in total. Guessing it'll probably be about another 20 grand before I'm done. You got your chrome gauges, toggle switches, your plate names, and lights. Like all my lights are red. I got my gauges are red. My gear shift is red. I like red, so and chrome. Floor. This is African rosewood. I'll lay my boots beside the door, and then when I get out, slip them on, and then when I come in, slip them off. The reason why I started living on my truck is the ex-girlfriend. I left her, she pretty much took all my stuff, but I decided, to hell with it. It was only supposed to be for a year or whatever, but it turned out 5 years later, still living out of it and liking it, so. Yeah, it gets lonely sometimes. It's a lonely job being by yourself and all that, but it's part of the job. You deal with it.
It might not be the right job for everyone, but if you want to drive the long haul, you gotta learn to do it right.
Yeah, driving a truck is the #1 job for Canadian males, since I am one. Figured I'd give it a shot. Stop, Paul. Wish me luck. Stop! Hey, Paul. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
We ready to roll?
Whenever you're ready, bud.
I'm ready. I was born ready. And we're off. What's your handle?
2x4.
2x4? How do you pick what you're going to be known as?
Well, it's kind of a happening that might have happened in your life or something that you was always interested in. And
Were you always into 2x4s?
no, I got jumped down in the States by a couple of gentlemen, and I brought them to their knees with a toilet seat and a piece of 2x4.
I myself have been brought to my knees by a toilet seat.
We have guys out here, Marshmallow Man, he hauls marshmallows out east.
You never know these guys' real names?
Nope.
Well, I got to come up with a handle.
What do you like, drinking beer?
Yeah.
Go with Suds.
Suds, that's a good one, man. Suds. I'm Suds, Little Suds. Can I call myself a Lil Suds, like L-I-L' Suds?
Not a problem.
Come on back, 2x4, this is Lil Suds. By the way, are we hauling fuel? Is that what is in this truck?
No, we haul liquid sugar.
Liquid sugar. That should have been my handle. What do you think is the sort of #1 hazard of the profession?
Four-wheelers and not on the highway. Because when you come up to a corner like this, if you leave 1 inch of room, somebody will get in that blind spot right down there.
So defensive driving.
Very defensive driving.
Is this thing hard to back up?
No, it's not hard to back up.
Think I could back it up?
Just on the straight back up, yeah, I can show you how to back it up. You can back it up.
Let's do it. Where are we going to put her in here? Someplace wide open, or are you going to...
I'm gonna put it right back in here between these 2 cement blocks, buddy.
Why don't we try it in the open first, before the cement blocks?
Well, you'll know when you hit the cement block.
Okay, so clutch. It's all the way in?
All the way into the bottom.
Yep. And now up?
Yeah, over to your left.
Oh, okay, there we go. Is that in?
Yeah, okay, now just let your clutch up a little bit so you can just feel it kind of just touching. There, so now you're in reverse. Now you have to take your air brake off.
Where's the air brake?
Your yellow one, remember?
That felt good.
Now just wait till your air's released.
All right.
So you're ready to back
Wish
up.
me luck. Oh. Okay, so.
That's the way you want to go.
Okay, now.
Oh, you're going the wrong way now. You're going to get her hooked. No, just keep going, but follow it through. Turn it together. That's it.
Now, okay, there we go.
Now you bring her back.
Bring her back where?
No. Bring your wheel back the other way. Okay, now pull ahead. Straighten up again.
Okay, how do I pull ahead?
Just push your clutch all the way to the floor. Pull it straight back.
Pull this back?
Yep. Feel it.
There we
see?
go.
Now pull straight ahead so you can look straight back the side of your truck and your tanker in your mirror.
Okay. That's moving now. Like, I like the sound of that engine now.
Now, just
What's going on?
put off the brake.
Oh, dude, that's embarrassing. Thought I had it on the gas.
Go straight to the garage there.
I can look straight back now, Paul.
Oh, no. Well, pull straight up in the yard. You ain't gonna do nothing, just backing up 2 feet every time. That's for backing up B trains.
Come on.
Go straight
I
ahead.
don't even know
towards
what you
the
just said, and I knew it was an insult.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going?
Well, you're going to back up. You got to back up a distance. That's if you got to jackknife it in. Do you want to blindside it in?
I don't know even what that is.
Well, there you go. See, you
Okay.
have to start with the basics.
Can I back up now,
Okay.
straight?
Stop and back up.
So, there we go. Okay.
You're getting the basics, everybody.
All right.
You come in here in 1.5 feet of snow, and it's a whole different ballgame.
Wait,
Okay?
should I look at the other side too?
Yeah, you should check both sides all the time. Okay, shove your clutch in first, then put your foot on the brake.
I think we're in there. What was that I just hit? It's just the wheels, right?
Whether you've got a trailer full of liquid sugar, marshmallows, radioactive waste, or hogs, hauling a giant load down the highway is a big job. But the real challenge is stopping with that much weight on your rear. Excuse me. On an 18-wheeler, air brakes are used because muscular energy alone is not enough power to stop the truck. They're powered by an air compressor that's operated by the engine. It draws the air in and compresses it into a smaller container. By pressing on the brake pedal, the driver triggers a valve that releases the compressed air into another chamber, causing the lining to press against the brake drum and slow the truck. I hope you understood that.
The machine that we're using is a roller brake dynamometer. We're monitoring air pressure and the brake force that's being created through the use of transducers to take force and air pressure and change them into an electronic signal. We've hooked up our air line so we can monitor the air pressure, and we're simply going to now start a test. And now we'll apply the brakes, and when we're completed the test and we're satisfied that we've captured all the data we want, we can print a report and pass it on to a mechanic and start to effect any repairs or changes, or give it a rubber stamp and let it go back down on the road. Quite often we're involved in accident investigation where we're called out by either the police or the insurance companies to find out if brakes played a part in the accident, where we are looking to see how the performance of the truck maybe caused the truck to jackknife, couldn't stop too quickly and somebody ran into the back of them. We go out and try and provide answers very similar to when you go to the hospital and they take x-rays and ultrasounds and things like that. We're looking into what the vehicle is actually doing from the inside out.
Working air brakes on any truck are pretty damn important, but stopping a heavy truck over a long haul puts a lot of wear and tear on them. The engine brake is an add-on brake that turns a power-producing engine into a power-absorbing air compressor. With the push of a button, it changes the operation of the valves so that instead of getting pushed down the cylinder by exploding fuel, the piston now has to work to get back up because the valves aren't letting the gas out. So you've got no power on the downstroke and drag on the upstroke, which makes the truck slow down. So now they've got fancy air brakes and fancy engine brakes, but what about fancy washroom brakes? With the new 10-hour brake regulations in place at truck stops all over North America, more than 6 billion gallons of diesel fuel are burned each year just to keep the truckers warm or cool while they're sleeping in their cabs. And truck stops have gone from little mom and pop shops to giant chains that offer 24-hour access to stores and restaurants, laundry facilities, showers, and other modern services. Some old-fashioned services are still around too, but not everyone's happy about that.
I personally had experienced some approaches by prostitutes. However, that never became a problem for me. We believe that the presence of the Transport for Christ chapels are a presence of something better, and that in itself discourages the activity of prostitution in truck stops. We feel that the ministry is there to specifically meet the particular need of the transport driver as we know it, so that when they come in to our chapels, we try and understand them and respond to their concerns. Transport for Christ chaplains meet a wide variety of faiths. Now, do we necessarily agree with all of them? The answer to that is no. But we will not get ourselves into a situation where we get talking about whether it's right or wrong depending on which way I part my hair. That's not what this is about.
As for the future of the trucking industry, diversity is what it's all about, brother. Nowadays, drivers don't have to call their dispatchers from a phone booth to find out their next pickup. They can communicate 24 hours a day through a GPS-style satellite system. The satellites can also monitor the driver's speed, engine parameters, and can track his position at all times. It's made communication a lot more efficient, but it's also made the driver-dispatcher relationship a lot less personal, creating a new kind of family feeling.
When the satellites were first introduced, I think some of the drivers might have thought that there was some sort of big brother thing going on where they were being watched at all times. But I think over time they realized that this system was actually there for their benefit. If the driver gets into an accident, help arrives a lot faster. But some of the drivers have friends in the US or possibly a girlfriend, And they do, go out of route once in a while to go and make a pit stop and visit some friends. And we see that pattern developing, then we would investigate that and see what's going on there.
Along with challenging new ideas in truck communication and technology, Challenger Motor Freight is leading the for-hire trucking industry with their state-of-the-art facilities.
Probably about 15 years ago, computers and electronics came more prevalent in the trucking industry. We're trying to lower emissions and we're trying to increase fuel economy. So what we found is they've gone to electronic injectors, electronic throttle controls, they measure ambient air temperature. To fix these trucks, we need laptops and computers and diagnostic sensors, and no different than anybody else in the computer industry. Probably about 60% of our trucks are all automatics right now. And as technology goes on, we are phasing out our old standards, and our present order has nothing but 100% automatics. They last a lot longer than a car. Just picture yourself taking your car and driving it 2 million kilometers before you replaced it. That would, on an average driver, that'd take like 20 years. It's just not gonna happen. Single drivers will put on about 200 to 220,000 kilometers a year. Team drivers probably put on just over 400,000 kilometers a year. We'd see a truck drive over 2 million kilometers in its lifetime.
Each year, there is a growing shortage of new drivers joining the industry, so companies are now recruiting people who typically haven't driven in the North American market before. More minorities are driving trucks, and also women, many joining their husbands at the wheel.
You have to definitely get along together, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's very tight quarters.
And you have to respect each other's space. If there is an argument, because every once in a while there is, or somebody's moody, when those curtains are closed, that's it.
You just make rules,
Yeah. Adjust it as you're going along.
That's right. That's right. It's pretty good. We don't mind it. It's no better way to see the country, that's for sure.
And to be together all the time.
Yeah.
So, but it isn't for everybody.
No, definitely not.
And that, my friends, is the glorious story of the 18-wheeler.
A lot has changed in the world of the 18-wheeler, but one thing that hasn't changed is just how important these trucks and their drivers are to absolutely everything we use, and how much we take them for granted. So the next time you see a truck, give the driver a nod and a lot of space, and you just keep on trucking.